During the National Day rally on Sunday, 18th August, Prime Minister Lawrence Wong announced that parents will be granted 10 weeks of shared parental leave for infant care, set to be fully implemented by 1st April 2026. This will replace the current SPL arrangement, which permits working mothers to transfer up to 4 weeks of their 16-week government-paid maternity leave to their husbands. The implementation will occur in 2 phases, beginning on 1st April 2025, allowing employers time to adjust their operational and manpower needs. PM Wong also revealed that paternity leave for new fathers will be increased from the current 2 weeks to 4 weeks of government-paid leave. These changes are part of the government's broader efforts to provide stronger caregiving support for parents, resulting in a total of 30 weeks, or approximately 7.5 months, of paid leave up from the current 20 weeks. Currently, fathers are entitled to 2 weeks of government-paid paternity leave and can take an additional 2 weeks if their employers approve. Employers who grant this extra leave are reimbursed by the government. Starting from 1st April 2025, the additional 2 weeks of government-paid paternity leave will become mandatory, increasing the total entitlement to 4 weeks. PM Wong noted that the government had examined other countries where parental leave is more generous, often extending to a year or more.
They adopt a different approach. They provide long durations of leave, but part of it is provided at reduced pay or even unpaid. Employees also have to be open to taking on a different role when they return to work a year later. In Singapore, our leave provisions are shorter, but most of it is fully paid. And in most cases, you can return to the same job when you come back to work. Because we have a different system, it's hard to make a direct comparison with other countries. But having studied the matter carefully, I think we can further enhance our leave schemes.
PM Wong emphasized the need for changing traditional gender roles, noting that while Singapore has made progress in women's development, outdated beliefs still persist. He stated that the view of fathers as sole breadwinners and mothers as primary caregivers must evolve. With women increasingly pursuing careers, fathers need to take on a greater share of caregiving and household responsibilities. PM Wong acknowledged that marriage and parenthood are deeply personal decisions.
What the government can and will do is to create a more family-friendly environment in Singapore. And hopefully, this will motivate more Singaporeans to translate their aspirations into reality. I hope this move will go some way in reassuring young couples. We are building a Singapore made for families, and we will help you keep a good balance between your working and parenting responsibilities.
The new scheme provides 10 weeks of paid parental leave, shared between both parents, with government payments up to 2,500 Singapore dollars per week, as announced by the National Population and Talent Division on Sunday. This scheme will be available to parents of Singaporean babies, including unwed mothers, while only legally married fathers will be eligible. The scheme will be introduced in 2 phases. Parents of children born from April 1, 2025 will receive 6 weeks of shared parental leave. Parents of children born from 1st April 2026 will be entitled to the full 10 weeks of leave. Initially, the 10 weeks of leave will be evenly divided between both parents. 3 weeks each for babies born between 1st April 2025 and 31st March 2026. And 5 weeks each for babies born from 1st April 2026. However, parents can adjust the allocation of their leave according to their caregiving needs, meaning one parent can take all 10 weeks if desired. Any adjustments to the leave-sharing arrangement must be made within 4 weeks of the child's birth. Changes beyond this period will require employer approval. The shared parental leave must be used within the first 12 months following the child's birth. If parents and their employers cannot agree on the leave arrangements, parents can take the shared leave in a continuous block, after using their government-paid maternity and paternity leave, within the first 26 weeks of the child's birth. The current scheme which allows working mothers to share up to 4 weeks of their maternity leave with their husbands, has seen low uptake, with only 6% of eligible working fathers utilizing the leave, according to the NPTD. In 2023, Singapore witnessed a significant decline in live births, reflecting ongoing demographic challenges. The number of live births dropped to 33,541, marking a 5.8% decrease from the 35,605 births recorded in 2022. This decline is accompanied by a crude birth rate of 7.4 per 1,000 Singapore residents, lower than the previous year's rate. While the improved paternity leave and shared parental leave schemes are steps in the right direction for supporting parents, they also highlight the government's concern over Singapore's declining birth rate. Whether these measures will be enough to encourage couples to have children in the increasingly demanding environment of the city-state remains to be seen. The effectiveness of these policies will ultimately be tested by their impact on birth rates and whether they can address the deeper issues that deter couples from expanding their families in Singapore.